So it's going to seem kind of vocab heavy at first, but the ideas behind it aren't too difficult, okay? Just hang in there. Okay, our first thing we need to talk about is a ray. All a ray is a part of a line that goes on forever in just one direction. So that means it only has one endpoint. And we name it by this endpoint, and then any other point on the ray. So what's my endpoint on this ray here? A, right? So I'm going to start with A, and then any other point I see on there, well, the only one on there is B. And then we put a little ray on top, so it has one arrowhead. So let's just see if we remember. What is this naming, this first one?
Line segment.
Segment. What about this one? Line. Right. Okay, so now you guys see how important it is to put the right symbol on top? Perfect. Okay, now we have our angles, which is formed by two rays that share a common endpoint. So it's like I put two of them together. That common endpoint is called the vertex. And then the rays are called sides. We name angles by using 3 capital letters. And the middle one must always be the vertex. Maybe you guys want to like square this, highlight it. That's pretty big. Good news. We also have a different way we can name angles, so let's just, if you write this somewhere, let's put this right here in your notes. So I can name this angle by, so you put an angle symbol, so that means angle, and you trace it out. So A, B, C would be one way. Or you can go the other way, C, B, A. Or if there's just only one angle pictured, you can just call it angle B, just by the vertex. We can classify angles, which I know you guys have seen these before. What would you call this? Acute. What about the next guy? Obtuse. And what about the last one? Right. Seen that before, haven't we? Yeah. What if it was like this? What would you call that? Straight line. 180. Good work. Okay, little example here. Name the vertex of an angle. What do we know? K, right? It's in the middle. Name the sides of the angle. Ooh. So remember they're rays. How do you name a ray? How would I name this right here? KJ with the ray. What about the other one? KL. Remember that endpoint has to go first. Give 3 ways to name the angle. What's one way?
Angle K.
Angle K. Agreed. What else?
Angle JKL.
JKL. What's my last one?
LKJ.
Yeah. And how would you classify that?
Obtuse.
Obtuse. So congruent angles are just like congruent segments. Congruent angles have the same measure. And do you remember how we had the tick marks on a segment to tell us they were congruent? We have another way, but they're the arcs. So like this single mark would indicate that this angle and this angle here are equal. How would I name this one right here?
ABC.
Right? Maybe we should put that angle ABC is congruent to angle what? DEF. Could I name either of those angles by, can I call this angle B right here?
No.
No, because you guys see how I have multiple angles coming from here? So you can't name it just by one letter. How do you feel about that? Is that okay? Does that make sense? Okay. We're just cruising right along today. And then an angle bisector. What does bisect mean? Two, right? Cut in half. So an angle bisector is a ray that cuts your angle into two equal pieces. So what's my angle bisector here?
YW.
Ray YW. I'm getting two equal angles at 80 degrees. Okay, let's see how we do this. Let's see. Name the vertex of angle 2. Okay, right there. Name the sides of angle 4.
TW.
So they're rays, right? So we have to start at T. So T, W is 1. And then TZ, yep. Write another name for angle 3.
Angle UTZ.
Angle UTZ, or you could do angle ZTU. Write another name for angle 1. YTX, agreed? Name the sides of angle 5.
TW.
TW. TY. Classify angle YTW. YTW. What do you guys think?
Straight. No. Right.
YTW is this guy right here. What is it?
Right.
Right. Classify angle YTU. YTU, agreed. Classify XTU.
Q.
This little guy. And then WTU. Yes. Those are the basics, and then we're going to throw in a little algebra to make things interesting. A little algebra. Okay, take a second to read that, and then we'll read it together. See if you can digest what it's telling you. pick this apart a little bit together. So the first part says J, K, and KM are opposite rays. That's just telling you that this is a straight line. So that they're just verifying that that's a straight angle, okay? And the next part, KN bisects angle JKL. So what does that tell me if I'm bisecting this big angle? Yeah, so I would always mark the picture. So right away, I know this guy. I don't know why my board's so touchy today. This angle is congruent to that angle. So I'd always mark that. If you know something is bisected, mark it on your picture. Okay, and then we're told angle JKN, so this part here is 8x minus 13. I would jot that down. 8x minus 13. And then the last piece of information in angle NKL, 6x plus 11. And we need to figure out the measured angle JKN. So essentially, what do we need to find first? What x is. Does anyone have an idea of how we can find x?
Equal to.
Do we agree? This guy equals that guy? Perfect. X minus 13. What did you guys get for x?
12.
Beautiful. And just always make sure you answer the question. We didn't want to know x. We want to find the measure of angle JKN. So what do we do with 12? Plug it in. Angle JKN. 8 times 12 minus 13. 96. This part, right?
Minus 13.
Minus 13 is 83 degrees. And to be proper, you should probably put a degree sign because that's an angle. A little degree mark. 83 degrees. Okay, see if you can label your next picture.
You'll need to unlock your iPhone first.
Sorry about that. She always sets us aside during second round. Okay. See if you can figure out this last one. What's the relationship between JKN and then JKL?
JKL is twice as big.
Right, this guy's twice as big as this one. So what's an equation I can write so I can set those two things equal to each other?
Double.
It'd be easier to double this because we won't get decimals. So I would write that 9y plus 15 equals 2 times. Distribute. 11 for y. But did we want to know the value of y, or what were we asked to find?
GKL.
JKL, so plug into here. So 99 plus 15 is 114 degrees. Yeah, I thought going over our homework is going to take more time, so your assignment won't take you very long. There you go.